Hey, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for the movie Alita Battle Angel. Now this is a cyberpunk science fiction action film based on the manga of the same name. Now this film has been delayed so many times, and I know originally at one point James Cameron himself I think was actually supposed to direct it, but then he got involved in like Avatar and like the upcoming like Avatar sequels too as well. So eventually they had chose to do to select Robert Rodriguez to be the director of this particular film, because I wasn't really familiar with like the manga itself. I wasn't really familiar with that or the anime, but now I kind of, am getting a whiff of it, and I'm kind of interested in checking that out, because after seeing this film, I really did enjoy this, and I would love to see more of this particular like universe. And another thing I thought was very intriguing about this film too as well, besides like the overall like visual style of the film itself, is it takes place like very far in the future, like very far. I think like in the year 2563 to be exact, So I think the idea that it takes so far in the future was like a good thing. That's like one of the big parts of why I like the film itself, And the film itself can be kind of complicated at times because there's like so many like different like plot elements going on, You have the idea of it being like focused on the character of Alita, and then there's like this other stuff like going on, and it has like an emotional like human side to the film too as well. So it's like a bunch of like different elements, going on in the film, which can kind of make it kind of complicated, You don't really know in the end what the film itself is really about. Plus, I felt that it left like a lot of like things unresolved. Actually, like, you could tell they're setting this up for like a sequel. Basically, because like a lot of things I felt like they didn't complete with the film itself. Like they had like, a lot of arcs that they had built within the plot itself, but it didn't really finish off or complete each arc. Even some of the characters you're left like wondering like what happened to this particular character. And so on. But overall, I really did enjoy this film. I thought it was like pretty good. The action scenes were awesome. Whenever there's like any like fight sequences and so on, or like action scenes, it was like truly amazing and awesome like to look at. It's really a fun movie just to watch and look at, itself. Now the film opens detailing like the events of like this major war that happened like I think like years like in the future, like way like in the future, where Earth was like devastated, and then like this cyborg doctor, what a cyber doctor, known as I think Ido or Edo, he finds like this this destroyed like cyborg like in like a scrapyard, and this actually turns out to be the cyborg that he names Alita, So he actually takes Alita from the scrapyard, and she's like in scraps, so he puts like her body back together and brings her back, to life basically. And it turns out that Alita has like memories of her like past and so on. And then she wants to find out who she was and so on. That's what the story goes really deep into, But at the same time, this character, Idol, he doesn't want her to really know about her past, because she might find something that could be like devastating to her, and to the people in general, The doctor who finds Alita is actually played by Christoph Waltz, and he finds like the cyborg known as Alita, and like I said, he eventually even names her Alita at one point too. Now, Alita herself is like completely like CGI, like digitized, like computer generated basically. But she's actually a voice, I think even motion captured by Rosa Salazar. And I thought the performance by Rosa Salazar as Alita was pretty good, like the way she's like acting and so on. I thought he did a good job in the role. And she looks cool, the way she looks, the look of the character itself is like awesome, And you really do believe that she's actually a part, like whenever she's like in a group, say like around like real humans, and she really does look like she's them, you can actually think that she's actually them, Even at one point you would think that humans were actually CGI too as well, because she blends in so well, So I thought they did a good job on like the actual visual effects of the film itself, Now the other major character of the film is known as Hugo, and he's actually like the love interest of Alita in the film. He's actually a human, and he's actually the one who actually introduces Alita to this gladiator style game known as Motorball, which is pretty cool, because they have like this like thing where they're like riding around like in this arena thing. I'm not gonna get into it too much because it's kind of technical, but whenever they actually are shown moments of the motorball game itself, it's actually awesome. It does look pretty cool, and it's like a very violent, like deadly, like sport, where like the contestants got thinking like can kill each other and so on while they're actually trying to go through the motorball game itself, But those moments right there were very awesome and good too as well. But yeah, that character known as Hugo, who's played by Kenan Johnson, he turns out to be a pretty interesting character, And he had, at one point, like I said, it's a spoiler territory too. His character actually goes like on a route where it gets kind of like sad, and I think there's some kind of meaning there to what the actual story with his character, but I'm not gonna really get into it too much. But I did feel like at times it was kind of sad, you know, as the film went on, like certain stuff that happened to him, you know. But I'm not gonna really get into that because it kind of spoils the film itself, you know. Now you also have Jennifer Connelly as Sharon, and she was actually Idol's ex-wife, you know, and they both had like a daughter, you know, who ended up being like killed at one point. And like I said, this is spoiler territory, you know, and that's why she actually kind of separated from Dr. Dyson Idol, who was played by Christoph Waltz, you know. She actually separated from his character, but both of their characters are still kind of linked in the film, you know, and she actually develops kind of like an interest in the cyborg known as Alita too. As well, I guess you could say the actual like villain or antagonist of the film is known as Vector. Now he is played by Mahershala Ali, and also like a mixture of like Edward Norton too as well. Couldn't have I touch on that, it's kind of spoiling that too, so I'm not going to get into all of that. But he's actually like the one who runs like the motorball game itself, you know, and he has a connection to the character that Jennifer Connelly is playing too as well, you know. But there are like various other like characters in the film too as well, but I'm not going to really touch on all of them. Because like I say, at times like the story, and I believe this is what probably like some of the critics were meaning too as well, it's like a bunch of like different things going on, and it's not really confusing, but like a lot of stuff is left like unresolved or like finished. You know, they left like a lot of things open, and then the film doesn't know if it's is it by a leader, or is it about these other characters, or is it like just like a human like emotional like story going on, you know, the song. That's why I say it's kind of complicated, but overall I thought it was still a pretty entertaining film, you know. I really did enjoy it. And you also have like other like characters too, known as like Ed Skrein, Jackie Earl Haley, you know, Michelle Rodriguez, you know, Jeff Fay, you know, so many like different like actors in this film, you know, playing these various like different characters, you know. So I'm not going to touch on all of them because they only had like moments basically, you know. But like I said, like the action, whenever they had like action with like Alita and like various other like characters in the film, I thought was like awesome. Like the fights they had were so cool, you know, like the actual watch, you know, they were very well done, I think. From like the director Robert Rodriguez, you know, whoever did like, the choreographer, I thought they did those very well, you know. The actual sci-fi like look of the film, the cyberpunk feel of the world to itself, you know, is very exciting. I really am into that, you know. I really enjoyed it, you know. So like I said, I would definitely recommend this for like fans of these cyberpunk type films, you know, anything like that, you know. I'll definitely recommend it for that particular crowd, you know. And I know this movie has been like a long time coming, and they are definitely, you could tell, leaving it open for like more sequels, you know. But I don't know if that's going to happen, you know, because we all know how the box office is probably going to do, you know. They're saying that it's not going to probably do too well, you know, and it's like an expensive film that they actually put together, you know. Like I said, at one point, James Cameron himself was actually supposed to direct this film, but he had passed it on, you know. But yeah, Alita Battle Angel, I really did like this a lot, so I'm going to go ahead and just give this a B. And like I said, like the action and the visual look of the film, the visual effects itself, the visual style is like superb. I'll definitely recommend it for just that alone, you know. Excuse me, like the action scenes were awesome and superb, you know. I felt like it was, I felt it was a very well put together film. They had some flaws, and you know, like I said, but I would definitely recommend this film. So I'm giving Alita Battle Angel, I'm giving this a B. Please leave a comment and subscribe too as well.